We're in Kentucky, and it's really hot right now. So we're gonna down here at my buddy Austin's and headed to a spot where we got a redneck blind. Been managing this farm really hard. Austin has for a long time, him and Todd, and it's a really cool place, and we got a pretty decent deer in this block of woods that we're gonna go hunt. But you can see how that makes like a nice, but he could go either way.
Yeah. And I think when he comes over here, he's using this and looping out. But like I said, majority of the time he's coming that way.
We've got a pretty big deer that down here in Kentucky, and when Todd's got a pretty good sized deer located, and this seems to be the most consistent places that he's showing up, but he's kind of hit or miss. And so we're just trying to look at the map to see if we need to kind of push in, because he could be coming to this cornfield, he could be coming to somebody else's corn pile somewhere. You just never know. We're gonna hunt on the edge on a little clover plot, little Antler King clover plot. Deer have been moving a little bit late just because it's been so darn hot, but that hurricane's bringing a little rain in the next day or two, so maybe it'll get them off their feet. It did rain a little bit this morning, but not very much, so we'll catch you back up here in the blind. Well, it's September 6th. It's my first night here in Kentucky, and we're sitting in one of the redneck blinds here. We're after one particular buck, but he's the older buck, and he's the one that's not as consistent by any means. He's kind of hit and miss, and he's actually been disappearing for a few days here. So we think that he's probably shedding velvet. We're hoping that maybe he's already shed out. Kind of got through that funky stage, and maybe he'll move tonight. We've got a bunch of these redneck blinds in strategic places, so it's supposed to get a lot of rain from this hurricane moving in, coming up, so at least we'll have some blinds to hunt out of, and we might have to get aggressive too and try to move some stands deeper into the woods and get on some acorn plats to get closer to these deer, because we think they're kind of hitting the acorns now too. So there's a lot of factors that are kind of changing these deer up, and it's just a matter of trying to sit here. This is a good observation point, so we'll be able to see good too, and we can see if any deer come to these beans, clover, whatnot, and if they don't, then we know that we got to get in the timber. So just trying to put the pieces of the puzzle together the first night in here. We got 5 deer down here. Come out into the bigger clover field down here. So deer's starting to move anyway, so I don't know if we're in the right spot, but hopefully one decides to move through this plot and head it out there too, and we'll get a crack at one. Or the one. There's really only one shooter in here that we're after. We saw him. That's a pretty good deal. First night out, and we see the deer we're after. But he's been a little weird, so he didn't do exactly what we was hoping he would do. But we did achieve what we were hoping, and that's at least see where he's at, see that he's still here, and see what he's doing. And we can tell now that he's coming up a little hog back, coming into the field, which into the CRP grass, and then out into the big fields. And we kind of wondered if that wasn't what he was doing, because he hasn't been on camera a lot, and we think he's been shedding velvet, and so he's definitely hardhorn. So I think we're right on that aspect. we're gonna have to decide whether we're gonna hunt that blind again tomorrow, or are we gonna move and try to get on that hog back, sneak in and get aggressive and catch him a little sooner, because he moved late tonight. I mean, really late. So we'll just have to see. We'll have to get a game plan here when we get back to the shop and see what we're gonna do tomorrow. Come out, because he got behind these cedars. He stood right there for a long time, right in here. And then he just went out into the field.
Couldn't shoot that far?
No, it's
not about an 8-yard shot, right?
Yeah, no, it was a lot longer than that.
Was he out of velvet?
Yeah, he's shut out.
So that's
clean.
what happened to him
Yep.
last.
He disappeared for a few days, went through his hormones, and it's supposed to rain tomorrow. Good. I mean, it's hard to say. He might come, but tomorrow he might come right back. I put a cell cam there, so we'll see tonight if he hits that plot.
Yeah.
And if he does, then I would maybe just hold off, because he might come.
It is gonna pour tomorrow. You might not want to be in that stand anymore.